Hello everybody and welcome back to Railroad Tycoon 2, the 2nd Century campaign. Today we're doing quite an interesting scenario, one I've always quite liked actually, the Seattle Metra, where you make the metro, network for the city of Seattle. And it starts in 1977. I think the best bonus is actually the minus 40% building demolition cost, because there's quite a lot of... it's quite a dense population in this stretch here. Track building cost isn't bad. The engine purchase cost you generally want to avoid. The savings on that I think outweigh this. The track building is not too bad though, like I say, but we're going to go for the building demolition cost I find to be the most useful.
All of your rail success has marked you a valuable... Nice going in France. An amazing machine, that TGV. Well, now there's an interesting twist waiting for you back in the U.S. All of your rail success has marked you a valuable resource for sure. Now the citizens of Seattle want you to take a look at setting up a new metro transit system. Now, I know it's not exactly what you're used to, but it could be an interesting change of pace. The city's successful expansion depends on your success. And, bring an umbrella.
It's 1977 and the city of Seattle has contracted you with you to create this Seattle Transit Authority. You will be given an initial starting fund of $2.5 million. Let's not run away with that. For bronze, connect Seattle to Shoreline and SeaTac and haul a total of 500 loads of passengers by the end of 1992. So that is, why is my math? 15 years, that's it. Connect the above areas to Bellevue, also haul a total of 1,000 loads of passengers. We might be able to get that. And the gold Bellevue is the extra one. Then Monroe and Issaquah, I think that might be. I'm sure I'll be corrected. Also haul a total of 2,000 loads of passengers by the end of 1992. Okay, notes. Environmental regulations have doubled the cost of diesel fuel. We will be avoiding diesel outright. You've been given a special power of eminent domain by Seattle. You can bulldoze any building within city limits for half the building, for half normal cost. However, this special power is good for only 12 months. As of 1978, you'll pay full price. Hence why the reduced cost was really good. Early on, that stacks, I think. Your metro line must be continuous. All new track must be connected to existing track. You do not need to select the type of passenger car. Passengers are smart and will get on only if you are going somewhere they want to go. Try starting your route on the north side of Seattle in Inverness Greenwood University area. I do agree with that actually. So yes, it's quite crazy. Take a look at all of this. There are no specific towns, it's just buildings and buildings. You've got 3 types of buildings. You have got residential, so for instance in our starting area of probably going to be Shoreline, probably here actually, that looked quite a good spot. You've got say a townhouse or houses. These produce industrial, commercial and airport, and they demand residential. These are all the cargo types. So industrial and commercial, they go all the way. You'll want to take them into these sorts of buildings here, commercial here, and industrial is, you'll be more familiar with these buildings. Anything that you see for industry on the map, they both convert them to residential, so then you can run the train back. And that's where the real money is. You then also have that 4th cargo type, which is airport, which is over here. You've got SeaTac Airport. I believe these count, I think, as 2 separate buildings, I think? No, they don't. It is mainly here then. There you go. So the airport, if you take, I think, airport over to it, it demands residential and commercial. So there you go. And yeah, it's quite an extensive map, as you can see. They're all over the place. But yeah, for the bronze, we need to connect, I think, what was it, Shoreline, Greenwood, something like that, into Seattle, which is, here you go, central Seattle here. And then also SeaTac, which is up here, so that's the airport itself. Eventually we will need to cut through, which gets quite tricky. Early on though, I do find, yeah, this Shoreline here is really nice. You want to try and connect to a lot of townhouses, I find. It would be nice to get an office in there, just because you do still get the odd townhouse around here, depending on where you place it. But we kind of want multiple industry and office. This is a really nice spot here. Yeah, look at that. Have a look at that. Oh, that's fantastic, isn't it? It's got a couple of townhouses, loads of offices, and a bunch of industry too. Does this count as industrial? Yeah, then you've got a couple of townhouses. We can build track going out that way. And then from here, we can actually build stuff going in. We might want to actually bulldoze a few things early just to sort of give us a hand in this. But yeah, we are going to have to bulldoze our way through eventually to get to, you've got Seattle Central. We may even just go all the way around. Remember, we don't need to make the connection till later. But we've also got down here as well. So yeah, you've got two types of residential. You've got the housing, basic housing, which is 0.2 and doesn't apparently produce any airports. Then the townhouses that are much bigger. I'm willing to bet it's under 0.5, which is why it says that. Got quite a few townhouses here. So we want to try and make a nice long route to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 townhouses here. I might be able to go double station. We go one here and then one up here. I think that's quite good. There's offices there. So we can have one going over here. This is really nice. And then another perhaps coming over this section here. Could be good. There it is. Yep, there it is. Can you actually... It's a bit funny when it comes to building across roads, but it looks like on this occasion we're good. Okay, give me one moment, please. Alright, so it does appear that this is the best spot. Oopsies, we get those 3 extra houses, I think, on the left there. I quite like the look of that. We've got a couple of commercial as well, which is nice. No industrial. There's not going to be much industrial out there. You get those, you get sort of little pockets of them. But having a little bit of commercial is nice. Sorry, as in demanding commercial is what I mean there. But as you see, it demands residential, and that is very key. So let's go ahead and, before we do anything, take a look at who we've got available here. That is utterly useless. The best thing we can go for is probably this one here, just for the higher acceleration. Track maintenance will be very, very minimal anyway. So that's kind of that. Can I do anything here? No. Good. Okay, that's good news. We're just going to go for single track. I find that's enough. And this is all going to be relatively... Oh, I thought it was going to be relatively flat. It wasn't for a bit there. Let's get this track going over here. That's quite good. It's a fairly short... bit shorter track than I was kind of hoping for, but it'll do. Let's see what it gives us down here. That's just excellent, isn't it? Really. Let's do this. There it is. Perfectly placed. Perfectly placed. It demands commercial and industrial. That is going to be a really, really good one. Yeah, let's build this. So it already had it set up. So for the cargo here, all you do is snap a load of commuter trains. That's it. That's actually all you do. Make sure it's at least half full, which I think it will always be full. And there you go. You just let it go. So our next one's going to be from over here. We'll need to build a little track that goes along there. And then that one's probably going to go in maybe a little bit deeper, possibly down here, I'm thinking. That's quite nice. So that'll actually be a longer train. I maybe should have started with that. I do also still need to make sure I build the sanding tower and the roundhouse. I might be able to get away with just the one. Building a telephone pole is also probably a good idea, actually. Get those turnarounds a little bit quicker. That's quite a lot of money. The residential actually usually gives you a lot more. So let's see how it does. I don't think I'll need a second sanding tower. I might need a second roundhouse up here, but we'll see. It might just about be short enough to not go through that much oil, but we'll find out momentarily. So in it comes. I do like this scenario. It's just so freestyle, really. It's kind of the best part about it. Yeah, no, we don't need to build any more infrastructure. Maybe if we want the telephone lines, that's about it. So 1.2 mil there. That's taken a few commercial, lots of residential. Okay, interesting. I guess I was wrong. I did a quick little trial run just to see how it would go, but that's not too bad. I'll not build the... I'm not going to build anything else yet. I'm going to build regular... Sorry, no infrastructure, I mean. Yes. Yes, this is kind of what we're looking for, I think. Just want to double check this. So from shoreline... I mean, this is pretty bloody good, right? Got some offices, loads of houses, a bunch of townhouses. 6 of them. That's going to be pumping cash, I'd have thought. It's what one would think, anyway. Maybe like this, actually? Yeah, like that. There it is. And then we'll plonk this down it here. What do we benefit more? I think we get 1 extra house keeping it down this way. 2 extra houses, actually. Not as much there, because you cover that. They share a little bit, but not much. Not too much. I think it's just about okay. Maybe up here would have been better. There are a lot more townhouses now that I think about it. That's okay. Growing economy, that's quite nice. Alright, let me have a quick look and see what we can achieve over here. Not enough to buy us. Right, let's think about future-proofing ourselves a little bit. Take out some of these industries. Just sort of get a little path going. Okay, the last thing I think I want to get rid of then is that. Just makes sense to sort of, yeah, here we go. This is quite good, isn't it? Yeah, look. Although it's kind of getting a bit stuck, isn't it? Yeah. Down here. That can go all the way. Oh, that's pricey. Oh, that's kind of painful. Oh. By then, though, I should be gushing in cash, really. Okay. I might want to take out a bond to finish off this train line. So we'll wait on that until this has done one more trip. Yeah. So you can even take a bit of residential back, which is nice. So we've got a good bit of variety. I've still got lots of commercial, loads of commercial. Might be able to get 2 trains going. We'll probably want to at some point. Okay, how are we looking here? Someone Adolf von Diesel, I think it was, or something. We do need a better manager. We're only getting the acceleration bonus. And that's not going to happen for another 2 years. Okay, well, I guess that is what it is then. Let's go ahead and... This is all very flat, very straight. Let's think a little bit about placement, positioning of. Surely this way is better. I think so. I don't actually need any houses at all in here. There is one townhouse there. I guess we'll end up putting it there. Alright, down it goes. Put it here. Better off the townhouse, I think. Oops, I need one more bit of track then. Just to get that tiny bit more. How much is a train? 312. Yeah, we're going to need... I think we can get cheaper rates. No, we can't. That's fine. I'm still going to build this. Gotta do what we gotta do, eh? Right, all the commuters down to Greenwood. Lovely. That should double our income this year. And we just keep going about like that. Is that, oh, there's an empty carriage already. Fair enough. What have you got up here? You're totally fine. Yeah, these two, there's a lot there. Especially this is Shoreline, and what's this? Lake Forest Park Junction. Okay, very good. Now, as for where we expand from here, I don't really know, if I'm being honest. There's so much, though, here. I do question, I might be able to get a second train going, now that I think about it. Perhaps a bit further? That's a good bit of money. I think I might actually repay this terrible debt. It's not very good debt, but as we become more and more profitable, it's only going to get better for us. Look at that, 486k. I think once these two are done, we're going to be pretty good. Let's have a quick look, while we can, of where we can sort of wiggle over to and get along here. A bit hilly. A little bit too hilly, if you ask me. So I think the best thing, really, is progressing as far down here as possible. And perhaps just add in an additional route. We'll need to double track everything up, but if we can get it all to here. So you've just taken a bunch, that would mean you are running pretty dry. I still think it might be worth it, double tracking. And we've also placed all of the things in the middle here, the Sanding Tower Roundhouse, so I wouldn't need to worry too much. Okay, another year done. We're looking at profits of $1 million already, which is really quite impressive. Still no new managers. What about bonds? They've gone down 1%. Okay, that's okay. So if we do want to look at some expansion, let's have these two come in first and kind of assess the situation. Very nice. And what have you got? See, you take some residential back. So actually, because we've got some townhouses here, there'd be 5 industrial and a few residential. So yeah, this kind of works. You're taking all of that back to Greenwood. That is really quite nice. Yeah, I like the idea of doubling up the effectiveness here. We just have to make sure that we have a good balance of industrial and commercial. There's not a lot of industrial here, though. There's only 2 there. There is this over here, but I need it to be as far down here as possible. So I'm eyeing up here personally. Oh, hang on. Huh. I'd love to get those townhouses in there. The question is... give me a moment. I'm going to experiment with things and then probably reload it. Okay, I think I found the perfect thing to do. And that is actually to destroy both of these buildings right here. We're going to build a station all the way down here so we have all these townhouses to access as well. And then we will double track up here. Going to let some of these go through. We're going to need a little bit more money, you see. So we're going to hold up here. Let this... go through. Fantastic. I don't need to wait too long because we are really bringing in the cash. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. So first of all, let's double up what we're going to need doubled up. So let's make sure we do the correct bits of track as well. And we'll go over here. There we go. Single track now. To electric as well, and you're going to come and swoop in, I think over here. There it is. That's nice. That's really nice. Does it matter what we do here? Yeah, we can get some more commercial in. Get a lot more commercial in actually if we go over here. That just increases the value as it comes in. Not a lot here, but that's absolutely fine. That's not the point. The idea is it's going to go from the other way down towards it. So issue 1 bond. And we can now go from Lake Forest here. All the commuters. I'm really proud of this little cut through. This is excellent. Yeah, there we go. And that in itself will be worth a lot more as well. So there might be some overlap at times, but that's okay. Since you're taking some... We've got some commercial up here, you'll be able to convert that to residential, so even if we do run out of cargo at times, well, we won't. We hopefully won't. But yeah, that's how this scenario really works, is you kind of just sort of expand out like this, push a bit further. Now, we may want to run some closer services just to try and capitalize on... We need to, like, obviously move a fairly high volume of cargo, and obviously long routes don't do that. So you may actually want to come up from here and say, place a station around here and have it go towards, I don't know, some industrial area. Like over here is not so bad, but it needs to have a bit of everything. Is the only thing. Like Briar up here or Mount Lake Terrace, this is actually quite a good area. There's a lot of townhouses, a lot of houses. If we were to swing these down, I don't know. This all requires a lot more research, maybe all the way up to Inglewood. Be another route, but it's not a very, like I say, bit of a short route, isn't it? So how are you doing for Sandon? Yeah, you should be totally fine. I mean, it's actually not that far away from this, so that's good. But this will get us even more money. Let's actually go ahead and build those telephone poles. A new software company has opened in Redmond. They call it Macro Squish. The owner of this company has big plans and asks that you hurry and connect to Redmond to your route. He doesn't have a lot of money yet, but will provide you with a WinTrain 80 train enhancing software if you connect to Redmond. This will provide you with an improved electric locomotive. Spare no expense, really. Okay, so they really want me to go there. Should I be prioritizing that? Seattle's been connected to blah 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 blah. Shoreline. That's our one thing we've got so far. Bellevue, Monterey. We just want to be profitable for now. Be more and more profitable, but this is really good. Let's take a look at what you're taking back. That's disappointing. Can you not take the industrial? No. Ugh. Alright then. Maybe we make this train a little bit shorter. to speed it up. Plus, we lower the breakdown chance. It does have... I mean, they're fairly reliable trains, I will admit. But that is the downside of going back here, is we don't have any commercial. Does there really... do really not produce anything? It's there now. Rather disappointing, actually. No, I'm going to go all 6. Sorry, but that's very disappointing. Maybe I should wait till it's full? I don't know. Nope, they're going to clash up here as well, which is annoying. Okay, once this one here has gone up to shoreline, speaking of which, telephone poles. Make those turnarounds a little bit quicker. It is 6 carriages after all. There we go. That's a nice 1.2. I think we can take out a loan or something. Alright, this is a really nice sort of spot for a station. We've even got some industrial there as well, just about. I may want... I think I want, like, a little bit of everything. Yeah, this is... Here we go. Edmonds up here. I think that's about here. Get a few townhouses, some commercial, 1 industrial, and then over here we can go... Nice to get those 2, but you can't build on roads. Is a catch in this scenario, by the way. I like this, though. This connects to quite a lot. It's a short route, but it will increase our number, and we need to do that. The number of carriages that we connect to. Why can't you go from there? Can you go from here? Yeah, this will do. Probably. 170 something K. Yeah, that's fine. I think we want to switch this over to electric now. There you go. A station. Oh. Do we have new managers? Yes. Track building higher. Station building cheaper. Track building cheaper. Station building higher. Fuel costs being cheaper? It kind of depends. Okay, if we are going to do that, let me at least place this station down first and give it the works. Give it what for. Okay. And then maybe we go for that track building. I don't know, is it that bad, the track building? It's not... I don't think either of those are worth it. I want something that's clearly good. The only thing is, the electrical costs being reduced by 10%. 3,800 a year. That adds up. It'll add up as we get more trains as well. That's the thing. But station building being higher sucks. I'm going to assume the electric... Do you know what? Hang on a second. There'll be a second guy as well. Station building being cheaper. None of this helping. That bridge building will be clutch at some points. That you can bet on. This is a nice short route, isn't it? Yeah. I think it has to be here. We have 1 industrial, few townhouses. Yeah. That will do. Right, let's take out a loan. A bond, rather. I do think the class E11111111 is the best thing to go for here. That's an old train, not very reliable. Yeah, this is the most reliable locomotive, not to mention it is the quicker one as well. So, yeah, we'll max it out. And yeah, max it out, okay. So as long as they have a bit of everything, so we have some industrial, as long as we have some of each, this will be good for our number of loads hauled. So to try and maybe hit that 2,000 mark someday. Either way, we should this will really help us get a silver. But yes, aggressive expansion is kind of the key in this scenario. Right, that's done a full load back and forth. Let's have a little look at what that can do. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? And you've got everything you could possibly need there. Alright, not bad at all. Obviously, it goes without saying we cannot buy any industry or anything like that. So where's this Redmond area? Over here, you say. I like it, it's got a good mix. Mainly industrial, actually, though. Perhaps we can build some sort of super, like, line going from one place to another. Either way, I'm going to wait for this year to come through. Maybe wait for those 2 trains to sort of make it across. the line. But that's already done. 3 loads, so that's 12, 18 carriages of cargo. Really nice. And here's one more about to come in. Got a nice little bonus. Okay, sure. Bellevue, Monroe, and Ithaca. Okay, hold here. Where are these places? Let's actually look at this. So, Monroe. Ithaca's up here. That's on the way. There's Bellevue around here. Kirkland. Alright. Does make sense to loop around then, doesn't it? And with Redmond kind of on the way. Yeah, I think we've got to start progressing that way. We could cut through. At some point we will want to, but that requires quite an investment because of the bridge we would need to pull that off. So where's our next expansion going to be? It needs to be, like I say, somewhere that connects to a bit of everything. Wasn't Inglewood somewhere? This is quite good. A lot of houses. Not much in terms of townhouses, but there's no office space. It's just industry. Well, I like this cluster here. What's this? Unincorporated. That's a nice name, isn't it? But this does have kind of everything we would need. There's offices, there's industry. But it's not amazing there. That's probably the best spot. Maybe we do it that way. Oh, there is a house there we'd have to get rid of. Yeah, I think we're better off getting rid of that house. That, I think, is the best place for it. Alright, so I've just made another nice little connection I'm happy enough with here. So I'm actually going to share the sugar a little bit here when it comes to Mount Lake Terrace. We're going to have a second line going out from it over here, as you can see. So I am going to go ahead and issue one more bond. In fact, I'm going to make it 2 and repay back the 9% one just to lower the overall cost of debt. And we're going to go from over here. We've got lots of commuter trains, and that's going to swing over to Woodinville Junction, which does demand both commercial, industrial, and residential, so that should do quite nicely, actually. Let's also double track just the sort of station area itself. Very good. Okay, and away you go. We also have the Standing Tower and Roundhouse here. Might actually want to... we've got everything there. That's fine. Alright, off you go. So yeah, that's a 5th train. And again, with the cheaper fuel costs, that might help us overall in terms of our general overall profitability, but I will go for those bridge saving costs at some point, I reckon. But this really helps us sort of strike deep into this area here and get a good line going. It should be quite profitable as well. It's a good distance, and I managed to keep it relatively flat. I carefully built sort of all around here, so it should be a fairly speedy-ish service. But the main thing is it makes us more money. Okay, it's just about to reach it, and it's halfway on oil and over halfway on the Standing Tower, so I think we're good to just let that stand as it is. And it's also a nice full train as well, so this should make us some good money. For the most part, let's have a little look. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Let's have a quick look at the profitability of trains, shall we? So let's take a look at last year here. 500,000, 450, 180. That's probably because it's just about to pull in somewhere, so that, you know, will make a lot more money this year. Yeah. 310, that's done well. And this one here will also make another 300 a year at least, I reckon. So, very good indeed. I mean, that's another 384. There you go, 500. So it does alternate, obviously, depending on where the year ends. There's Redmond. Redmond's pretty good. I'm liking this spot right here. It's got a bit of everything. Actually, it does not have any commercial. None, so it'd have to be up here. Kind of depends. That we lose one. Yeah, this is the best spot. This one here. Houses, got a bit of everything. Alright, I think that might be the next one. What have we got down here in Woodinville? There's a good bit going on here. I think I could probably get... Oh, we can probably expand now. Let's do it. Should be quite flat, I'd have thought. At least I'd have hoped. Oops, I do need to keep this in check. Is it worth destroying one of those houses just to get up and through? I don't think we can, because we can't build, like, we can build across roads, but we can't build on roads, if that does make any sense to anyone. This is all very flat. I think this is the shorter route, actually. It's mostly a straight line. So I'd rather we do this. And what was I saying? Where was I saying it? Where was I going to put this? Here, no? Do we not want it this way? Would we cover more? Or was it there? I think it was here. Oh, that's actually quite a nice spot. Yeah, we'll try that. How am I doing for money? Fine, this is gonna last. Can we build this going down a bit? I think that was it. Let's find out, moment of truth. I think it's all more or less the same. We only lose or gain a house each way. As long as we've got industry, commercial, and some houses, then this is going to turn a nice profit. So that's the train you're going to give me. It's this little cheap one. That's not bad at all. Not amazing though. Wind Train 82 now available. Seattle Transit for delivers blah 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 blah. What a deal. Looks like an E1045 because it is. Alright. It's alright, but I don't think it's anything special. Anyway, I would like to get... I'd rather use this, to be honest. I find the class... I know it's more expensive to run, but it's so much faster, and I think ultimately, a bit of a red herring in that, wouldn't you say? As good as I think this train is, much cheaper. It's just the performance is non-comparable. Now, the short train here, we might want to change. Okay, the economy is finally starting to cool, which is a bit of a shame, but that is what it is. At least we've managed to set up a really good network of train routes here. How are you looking? Still okay. It's getting into the station. I just wonder if we can get away with... no. Gonna say without actually having to build... We have to build something, don't we? Quick look here. Oh, you've done alright. Alright, you know what then? Roundhouse. No. Yeah, you need something, so let's give you the lots here. Quicker turnaround, hopefully. Only 4? Excuse me, where do they all go? There should be... Look, right there with some industry. Maybe I should have them wait. By the way, how much these carriages like weigh? 35... Full, 25... Sorry, 20 empty. Bloody hell. 15 tons of people, really. I guess they are kind of commuter carriages, aren't they? We've got ports over here. We're also getting closer to some of the places we need to get to, so there's Bellevue. I'm not too sure how we're going to pull that one off. It may be just a case of we connect to it. I mean, that's it. We just actually have to connect to them, don't we? Doesn't need to be... That's just about amount of cargo hauled. So, Seattle to Shoreline, Seatic, Bellevue, Issaquah. Okay, very good. Okay, I think I found our next leg, and that is to make the gold medal connection, actually. Sorry, I know I'm going to be pronouncing this wrong, Issaquah, whatever it's called. Let's sort of just start looking at maybe getting down here. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Can we sort of get... Yes, exactly like this. Right, get rid of that house. And build a station here. We want to get as much in here as possible. I think that's the spot right there. Has a bit of everything. It's not a lot, but as long as you've got lots of industrial and some commercial, that's all we actually need right here. So let's go ahead and bring this over here. Bit steep, but do you know what? I'm okay with that. Must have stayed down this hill. There is not a great way to do this, is there? What if I got rid of that house? How much? 83,000. Yikes. This is why it's a very good bonus that... No, that's not helped us in the slightest, although it is slowly getting down here. Hang on, there we go. Hey. We'll need standing towers both places here, I'll tell you that much. Alright, what have we got? And where do we want it? I think somewhere like... here's nice. Perhaps over here. Townhouses there, only a couple. There's not a lot. It's a little bit sparse. Also wouldn't mind if there was more just industrial involved in this as well. Have a look at this. Oh, here we go. Maybe that's... That might be the sweet spot there. Though we do really only have 2 townhouses, don't we? But we've got 2 industrial. 2 commercial. I've definitely done better. Or was I putting this here? Yeah, sorry, that's my bad. Yeah, I guess that'll do. Okay, that's just about enough. Like, barely enough. We can just about make this, so... There we go. Da-da-da-da-da. And da-da-da-da-da. Fantastic, okay. Off you go. Oh, that's not good. You should be waiting. You should definitely be waiting, mister. 2 industrial, that's rubbish. We need a lot more than that. Also, how quickly does it go up here? It seems to be okay. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that route. Oh, interesting. Customs is still in play if you do use the ports at all. That is quite interesting, actually. Yeah, very. Okay, anyway, let's finish out that station, and that is another one going. Yeah, you really need to sort of just continuously expand if you want to hit the cargo goals, which we are doing. We're pretty much expanding every year at this point. I mean, we're making, I believe, about 2 million a year, though that might reduce now with a weaker economy, but still, at least 1.5 a year means we can expand all the time until that happens. Oh, love it how it does it in a station where I use, like, everything there. Always frustrating, that. This is pretty good. Yeah, this is filling out nicely. And in terms of profitability, yeah, 100k a year, or something like that. That would do alright. Okay, I might just go for the flat reduced fuel costs and see where that takes me. That would be... I mean, it's not the most expensive train, but it's 10,000 less on each train here, which means 70,000 a year. Okay, we need to make the Bellevue connection now, so I'm actually going to place a station part the way in here, in Kirkland. Although, is this the best thing we can do? I'd love to get a lot more in here, but it'll have to do. And we're going to double track it a little bit, partially, just so it gets up to about here. And then single track into Bellevue, basically. Although that does not appear to be happening right now. Maybe I'll make this happen first. There we go. This should do. Right? Yeah, this should do. What's better? It's all basically the same, isn't it? We'll use the same amount, so we'll go for this one. Yeah, you'll make residential, that's fine. Sorry, I thought I misjudged that. That's okay. So you can go from Kirkland Junction into Bellevue, and that technically should count as our Bellevue connection. So let's go ahead and look at this. We need to double track a bit more. Alright, so I've just spotted Monroe up here, which is basically useless. Oh, that's not good, is it? Yes, can we have that replaced, please? That's the shoreline train. Yeah, we're going to need another one of those. Okay, it does happen. Loads hauled 488. I get the feeling I'm going to need to I think I might need to double this one up. It's got a lot of industrial. I know I've been doubling up here, so I think I will actually do that. So we've got 2 trains running into Seattle. That's a nice easy way to expand and increase how many loads we're hauling. All the breakdowns are happening now, aren't they? kind of sucks, really. We do need to connect to Monroe. At least that would get us the silver. I've only got a quarter of the gold medal requirements. So I possibly need to think about utilising up here a little bit more. So I've used all of this. Is there any other... Linwood's not so bad, actually. I might actually look at that then. We've got a stupid amount of money right now, so I'm going to need to pause this and figure out where I'm going to take it. I don't see anything. Fairmount? There's no offices. There's office industrial... Oh, here we go. That's quite good, actually. Yeah, let's sort of non-electrified line up to Linwood here. Let's see where we can perhaps place a... I think that's the spot. Or we say no. There's no commercial. There is no commercial. That's a deal breaker, I'm afraid. This, on the other hand, is very nice. So let's go ahead and kind of build that going up and around. Easy, easy, easy. There it is. Wheesh, that was a bit close. I like the look of this, though. That gives us, what, 2 more houses, but we lose nothing. I think that's the spot. That'll do. Great, yeah. So now we can have another single electric track going up to... Where was it? This little cluster up there. I have to double check the flatness, but it all seems to be fine, to be honest. I feel like we can just sort of build it. I like this route. Yeah, no, this route's okay. This route, I still think that route's better. I hope that's alright. Not a lot going on there, but there should be enough as long as one of these stations is good. So we've got and there. Fantastic. Make sure you're at least half full, please. And another one gone. Build everything. Great. That's 10 trains. That's at least 60 a year in terms of cargo loads we should be getting. Alright, I see our next expansion opportunity here, and that is going to be along here for yet another train. So let's go ahead and build this here. I think that's more or less it. Yeah, that's the stuff right there. Okay, where we're going to expand to, I've not actually decided, but maybe a sort of mixture. Could make it a really short one. And maybe that's the way to go. The problem is there's not exactly a lot going on here, is there? We need offices, we need a bit of everything. Also, I need to make sure this is electric. Let's go over this way. Newcastle, you say? Huh, okay. There's just not a lot of office space in this section here. It's industrial. Until you get sort of about there. That might be the best place to go to. Would like some houses involved here? That give us any extra? Maybe? Maybe this is the way to go. Gives us a little bit of extra housing. But we lose one industrial, but we've got loads of industrial there. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. Great, that's another train. Just keep them coming. Every year I should be making at least one more new route, I would say. Yeah, that's good. That's an 11th train. Fantastic. Okay, I've got like nearly 3 million now. I'm going to need to make this line up to Monroe soon, I would say. So let's take a quick look here. We've got probably some regular... Oh, there are townhouses clustered about here. There's a nice little pack here. There's industrial. There's a bit of everything. That, I think... Not to sound like an IGN review, a little bit of something for everyone, but there really is here. Okay, hang on now. Hang on now. Let's bring this here. I can't build anything, apparently. Clear ground. No, oh, that's because... Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, we're going to need to bulldoze this house. I'm hoping we can squeeze on by. Yeah. Good enough. Good enough. Thank you. Got to make this an electric track. I need this to be useful. It's not just a money drain. That's quite good though. Look at this. Townhouses. Actually quite a bit going on there in Hollywood Junction, you say. I see. Let's hold and see what we can do. Probably want to build out and around this way then. 3-degree gradient's not the best thing. 2.8 is acceptable. And there's Monroe. And what are we taking it up to here? Probably. Got a steel. Oh, that's nasty. We need to actually think about where we're placing everything here. I think I'm going to go for that townhouse. Yes, this is it. Got to make sure I have some industrial in there as well. We've got commercial, industrial, barely anything else. Might make this a smaller service then. We'll get more value out of this, I would say. It's not a very good line, but it's something nevertheless. Oh, I can't actually connect to it. Yes, I can. Okay, sorry, my little recorder's in the way, you see. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half 4, please. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Just because there really isn't much. No. Maybe we just go all 6 each time. Yeah. Okay, so at the end of 1986, let's have a look at our progress so far. Our profits are massive. We've connected to everywhere but Seatic. We also are not even close to the number of loads hauled required. We've only got 5 years to do it. Was it the end of 1992, sorry. Yes, so we need to continue expanding. We also need a few million just to make that quick connection to Seatic. Like I say, we just have to connect to it. Nothing special. Boom times ahead. That's why just doing little teeny trains can work. Like, look up here, we've got all of this, townhouses and stuff. We can probably get something going on there. That can go back down to here. As long as there's like one industrial, there's a line right there. Okay, great. I'm going to do that right now. Up to, was it Hollywood? Where was it again? I'm already built there. No, this is it. Let's cut that across here. Yes. Yeah, I'm just doing stuff like this, really. I'm building lots of lines across. I keep forgetting where I am, though. There's no industrial there, though. That's the problem. I am finding getting one of everything is the key to success in this scenario. Maybe we'll cope without it. There's enough industrial and stuff back the other way. So as long as this one here has offices... Yes, it does. This has quite a bit, actually, going on. Oh, do you know what is good? That one. Hello. Could bring it up here. 1, 2, 3 townhouses. I feel like the industrial estate up here is a little bit better. Cut it down this way. Yeah. Lots of industry there. Alright then. Let's do this. Go some Hollywood Crossing. And along here. Make sure you're half full. And go. And you just keep rapidly expanding like this. Is the way to play this scenario. Double track. Go. And then obviously we need to make sure you have enough. At least one side is covered. And off you go. To Bothell Junction. That's a dreadful name for a place. Oh, that's nice. It's one to Monroe. Oh, wow. Very nice. So where's the attic? It's down here, yes. We're probably better off going from this way. Would be a cheaper way to finish that. So maybe that's what I'll try and do now. Is look at how we can expand further. There's only regular houses. It's just trying to find clusters of townhouses is kind of where the money's at. Hello, didn't see you up there. That could work. Mercer Island. 3 million. Oh my goodness. 949. I've got to make like pull like 1,000 more stuff. And I don't think I'm gonna pull that off, unfortunately. Really, I should have been utilising over here a bit more. So that's probably what I'm going to do then, is create another train, probably from here. Going down here, yeah? Can we see what... You're just not cooperating today, are you? Can we build a train station anywhere here? What am I missing? Everything, really. Ah. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Delete these two. There it is. Perfect. Nice short one going from there to... I'd like it more in the middle, like here. Maybe we make this a medium. We can actually. Oh, this is... Yeah, there. That's the spot. Okay, I found another good route over here that we're going to need to use. If we can build it like this, I would say. Is there any industrial there? No, but it'll have to do. Because what we can actually do is take it up this way, just to here. And have that go up like this. That does have a little bit of everything. And there you go. Yet another one. Just load it up. Take everything you can, and off you go. And then build something there. Alright, another train service. We've just got to keep going. Okay, and here's yet another one. We've got one industry, one commercial there. That's all we need, so yes. Just absolutely loading these things up right now. But we need this quite badly, quite aggressively, if we are to have a chance at getting the gold. So there you go, there's another. And I am just getting through all of my money. I am aware I need to make the connection to Seatic, but that's the last thing I'll do. But these are all fairly short services that should load up quite a bit over time. And this is unfortunate, but that was the best I could really do. Wonder if I can get a third one going over here. I reckon I can, actually. So I am going to do exactly that. Have a third train going from Shoreline in. Off it goes. Yeah, there's still so much industry there. There really is. So away it goes. Okay, I've only got like 3 years, and I'm calling a few hundred. I think about 200 a year now. But that's going to mean I'm, I guess, short, aren't I? I've got 3 years still to go. But we need to do some aggressive, even more aggressive expansion now, right this moment. There is townhouses, industrial and commercial here, which we can then connect to... I've already occupied that space here. That, I think, will have to do. So let's swing about there. Probably about here, I guess. So yes, let's have this. Come over here. There you go. Not amazing. It'll do. It will sort of do. But we're clutching at straws now, aren't we? Townhouses up there. That's nice. This will be okay, actually. Better than I thought it was going to be. Would we rather just have the one industry and get the extra house? Probably. Get 2 extra houses this way. I'll take that. Okay. Just whatever we can do. I do realise I need to... I'm going to make you a 5. Need to electrify it, actually. Okay, come on then, come on then. Around you go. There it is. Okay, there are a stupid amount of townhouses up ahead, so I'm actually going to start heading off that way now. So let's go ahead and just bring some track in as far as we can. Plain old track, nothing special. Just trying to get from A to B. Might as well keep the game going here. Let's actually go down here because we might get some value out of this. Here we are. Here we are. Hello. Okay, can we build any stations anywhere? Yes. Ooh, that's fantastic. And then surely we just build like even just a large station here. Done. Commercial industrial done. There's another. Okay. Let's bring it back down to 0. Absolutely going to town as much as I can here with this. But this does... Not only does it head us towards the attic, we're very close to it now. It's just over there. I hope you're connected all the way. Good. We should... Yeah, get some commuter trains going there. This does count if we go all the way around. I'm sure that's what I did before to get the gold. Like, fairly sure. Actually, I don't think I want to do it this station. I think I want to do it here in case I carry on utilising this. Because there's a lot here. Like, a lot there. We're also in some commercial and industrial space. So if we can kind of combo this up a little bit. Even if we have to sacrifice a townhouse. I'd be up for that. But there is... it's very tight, isn't it? We kind of want to go this way. But I'm wondering how on earth we do that. Is it probably like this? I think it might be. Yeah, there it is. There it is, there it is, there it is. And look at that. Connected. We've made all the necessary connections. And we can probably have a second train here. It's going to go from there to Seatic airports. In fact, it even has airport cargo. How bloody good is that? 20. Just excellent, isn't it? Okay. We'll have to wait for the next annual report to see if we're doing well enough, but we are going to have to be very aggressive here. I think I need to use the last couple of 2 years to just get a little bit more cargo over the line. Luckily, these are all nice short routes, so they'll really contribute quite a bit in a short space of time as well. I wonder how much the airport cargo does. A decent amount, actually. I think it's worth more than all the others. That's not bad, is it? Oh, Train 1 has suffered a breakdown. 3 million! Oh my gosh. Okay, we've got a little bit more here to give. Just a little bit, but not much. This is a very busy area, but that's fine. Just keep it coming, I would say. There we go. Just as much as we can. Is it here I've built the... Oh, here we go. Status, 1,400. I've got to do like 300 a year. 300! I don't think I can pull that off. Right, yeah, we've got to be super pedantic now. So, I've grabbed you. Can we then go... here? Like so. And then just get rid of this. Yeah, like that. Done. There's another. I think. Actually. Take it a bit further. There, that's it. Because that way it's not overlapping on other things. Done, another train. But that's what I've got to do. You just basically spend the entire time nitpicking, as it were. So was it here? North Beach Junction? Down to Greenwood Junction, I think. Yeah, that's it. And another one. There you have it. That'll do. 22 trains. Trains are breaking down as well. Oof. Oh, this is going to be quite a tight finish. Could always build something going up this way. I like that, actually. There's a lot of townhouses here, as you can see. This can go out maybe that way. Oh, that's better than I thought it was going to be. Yep, let's do this. Get rid of that. This can cut across. And there's another one. I thought there was another one. What's in the way? We need to remove you. Okay, very good. Again, that's why the construction costs much better. Always better. And from here, probably go for 5 at a time then. You've got 3 there. That should be enough. Okay, very good. This is very, very close. Like I say, profitability is not an issue. It's just the sheer volume of cargo we need to haul right now. And it's going to be bloody close, to be honest. We've got a nice little cluster of townhouses there, actually, don't we? This was kind of partially the idea, was to maybe get up here. Okay, got one more here for you. I'm going to build this around here, because this is a busier place now. And we're going to build going towards the airport again. So more commuter trains. This is all in nice close proximity. Just keep it going. Keep everything going. Trains are breaking down all over the shop. That's just gotta hope for the best at this point, I think. We'll keep putting that money to use, even if it's just for 1 year. Another 2 million. Oh my goodness. This late game is unreal. You've got the passengers there. We've utilised a lot of the clusters of townhouses for the most part. There is over here, however. So I'm wondering, actually. That's good. Let's do this. Let's have another small train. Going instead from... Where is it? Here? I think? Yeah, I believe so. Down to Inverness. Great. Slows stuff down there, I realise, but hey, that is what it is. Okay, yet another route. I'm getting confused by my own routes at the moment. What is this one station called? Inglewood Crossing. Where even am I on the map? Okay, down sort of up in the middle. Inglewood Crossing. There. Yet another 6 at a time. I do think we might just about see this through, you know. 26 trains. Let's take a look what we need to achieve in the final year. These won't obstruct each other either. They'll be fine. Okay. What, 1 year to go? 1,796. Oh. I think we might have this. We've made all the connections we need, I believe. Okay, and we did it. We got the gold in August of 1991. You've been awarded the gold medal. The chairman of Macro Squish also grants you 5,000 shares in gratitude. Damn, that would be worth a lot one day. Yeah, like that'll ever be worth anything. Haha. Okay, we'll not continue playing.
Good going. Seattle presents you with the key to the city in honor of your accomplishments. The West Coast has new economic power as a result of your efforts. Meanwhile, nuclear power seems to be the issue back on the East Coast.
Well, that's Seattle Metra down. That should count as a gold, so really we've got 2 golds here, in my opinion, I would say. That was really good. I love that scenario. It's just, like I say, very freestyle. It kind of gets absolutely wild, and really it's the big snowball at the end. It's all that compounding effect that really takes place. Yeah, so there you have it. So next time it's Waste Not, Want Not. Thanks for watching. See ya.